The text hit at 2:47 p.m. on a Friday while I was fixing the head table for the Children's Hospital Gala. 700 guests, 40 sponsors, 2 governors, 3 senators, and the lieutenant governor. Every chair a potential landmine. My phone buzzed. Don't come to the family reunion tomorrow. Lena's boyfriend is State Senator Graham Kell. We need to impress him. Your nonprofit stuff would just complicate things. Hope you understand, Dad. I stared until the screen dimmed. 12 years of fluorescent hallways and grant deadlines, and my father still talked like I handed out flyers for pocket change. I wasn't angry. Anger still believes. I was done believing. Okay, I typed back. My thumb didn't shake, but my throat closed like a fist. What they didn't know, what they'd never bothered to ask, was that Senator Kell was keynoting my gala tonight at the same country club hosting their reunion. He'd be at my table beneath our logo, reading words we'd shaped in meetings and late-night edits. I looked down at the seating chart, the neat grid I'd rearranged for weeks. Kell beside me. Lieutenant Governor Park across our board chair, Lillian at my right. I called my deputy Mira. What time is the senator arriving? 6:30, he wants a quick run-through with you. Perfect. I said, if hypothetically your family was throwing a reunion next door, what would you do? A pause. Then she snorted. Let gravity do the work. At 5, I drove to the club with my stomach tied hard. The grand ballroom glowed with roses and hydrangeas. Next door, a half-open door showed balloons and a banner. Hartwell Family Reunion 2026. I smoothed my dress and walked toward the brighter room. By 6, the lobby filled with perfume, camera flashes, and the soft panic of donors arriving early. I stood near the check-in table, smiling the way you do when the night is worth $6 million, and you can't afford to look tired. From the hallway, a laugh I'd grown up under echoed, my mother's. Then my father, remember, just act normal. He's a senator. Lena's voice followed, tight as a pulled ribbon. Please don't be weird. This is important. I slipped behind a column before they rounded the corner. For a beat, I saw them in the glass, my father's shoulders, my mother's careful hair, Lena in a red dress like she owned the air. They drifted toward the smaller ballroom, toward balloons and nostalgia, never glancing at the grand doors beside them. At 6:30 on the dot, Senator Graham Kell arrived. Rowan, he said, warm handshake, steady eyes. This room is gorgeous. You always make the work look inevitable. Only because you help, I said. You're at table 1 with Lieutenant Governor Park and Lily and Vaughn. He loosened his tie, exhaled. I'm bringing someone. My girlfriend. I mentioned it to your office. Of course. My smile didn't slip. We've placed her beside you. Good. She's here with her family. Some reunion next door. I should grab her before seating. Take your time, I said. We opened doors at 7. He headed toward the hallway. I watched him disappear, then turned back as the lights dimmed to a soft, expectant glow. At 6:59, I took my seat. Place cards gleamed like tiny verdicts. My pulse kept perfect time. The doors opened. Graham entered with Lena on his arm, guiding her toward the head table toward me. Lena's eyes found my face and locked. Graham's smile slipped as he read the place card beside his plate. Rowan Hartwell, Executive Director, Brightep's Children's Advocacy. Rowan, he breathed. Senator, I said, welcome. Lena's hand fell from his arm. This is you. I founded Bright Steps 12 years ago, I said. Tonight, we're raising money so families don't lose everything while their kids fight to live. Lieutenant Governor Park leaned in, catching the chill. All good here. Just family arithmetic, I told her, smiling. Graham's gaze flicked to Lena, then back to me. Your father texted you, he murmured. I nodded once, Lena's cheeks drained, then flushed. In the hallway, the door to the smaller ballroom cracked open. My father hovered there, scanning for the senator. His eyes landed on me at the head table, and he jerked like he'd been slapped awake. The program began. Lillian introduced me, and I spoke into the lights. The hardship fund, the counselors, the policy work that kept children covered when insurance tried to vanish. When Graham took the podium, he steadied himself on the lectern. I want to honor Rowan Hartwell, he said, and the room turned toward me. Some people do life-saving work in plain sight. We miss it only because we never bother to ask. Applause thundered. Lena stayed seated, shaking. My phone erupted. Dad, Mom, cousins I hadn't heard from in years. I flipped it over and kept smiling for the crowd. Afterward, Graham touched my elbow. I'm sorry, he said, for almost not seeing. I was seen, I told him, by the people who mattered tonight.